Tonight. Joy is real. Joy is real. Let's go. Joy is real. Online and in the city. Turn the speakers up. The vibe so pretty. Yeah. From Vegas nights to the morning shine. Everybody knows the name. Joy is real online. Lady from the desert where the neon glows. Dropping every episode, yeah, the energy flows. Headphones on, she be talking that truth. Yeah, spinning joy for the people, every word is approved. Bright smile, bright mic, keep the world in tune. Streaming worldwide, yeah, she's changing the room. No matter where you're from, come and vibe with mine. Hey, she the queen of the scene. Joy is real online. Joy is real online and in the city. Turn the speakers up, the vibe so pretty. From Vegas nights to the morning shine. Everybody knows the name. Joy is real online. And the strip lights flicker on the boulevard. Joy's voice cutting through, yeah, she's going hard. Oh, yeah. Uplift, turn up, make the whole world sing. Yeah, she got that podcast fire, let the joy bells ring. Yeah, fast beat, move your feet, let the world unite. She's sparking conversations in the day and the night. Yeah, from the club to the church is a sacred sign. Yeah, her spirit never fades. Joy is real online. Hey, hands up, ride the wave. Joy's in the house from Vegas today. Laugh a little louder, dance through the line. Celebrate life, cause the joy's online. Joy's real, online and in the city. Turn the speakers up, the vibe so pretty. From Vegas nights to the morning shine. Everybody knows the name. Joy is real online. Yeah.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Joy is Real. It is 4:04 a.m. here in Vegas. So that means it's 7:04 over there in the East Coast. The sun is up over there on the East Coast. Y'all got the sun over there. So good morning, Georgia. Good morning, Florida. Good morning, North Carolina, South Carolina, New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, the DMV, Pennsylvania, Ohio. Oh, Lord, Lord, Lord. I hope I'm remembering everybody. All right. That also means it is, the clock just changed, y'all. It is 6:05 a.m. in my hometown of St. Louis, Missouri. So good morning, family. I believe we got some folks in Texas, if I'm not mistaken, that may be watching. We also have a few subscribers that said they are in California. So I'm glad to see a few folks on this side of town have got to look. What is going on? Ethan? Lord, I'm hearing noises. I don't like noises. I've been and picked something up and had to knock somebody out now. I hope ain't nobody in my house. Is anybody in there? Have mercy and have mercy. We don't need no problemos. Okay. So good morning, y'all. Good morning. It's good to see y'all. It's been a minute. I took like maybe 6, 7, 8 days off. I don't know how many days. It was a good rest. My voice definitely needed it for sure. Yes. So, but I'm glad I'm back with you guys. We're going to start fresh on a Monday. Oh, yes. Miss Beverly says, yes, Texas is here. Miss Beverly, are you staying safe down there? Are they clowning in Texas, Miss Beverly? Okay, because I got a baby daddy in Texas too, actually in Plano, not too far from where the situation between the two young men happened. So, I'm praying that everyone is staying safe and level headed and clear thinking. This is not a time to be um, playing into whatever is going on, seriously. Um, I just need everybody to be safe. All right. All right. All right. So let's see who we already have in the chat. Miss Beverly, for sure. She already said good morning. Um, Miss Barbara is here. She says, good morning, Joy and chat. Good morning, Miss Barbara. Good to see you. Shirley Scott is here. She says, good morning. Good morning, Miss Scott. Crush Glow says, Grand Rising, Joy and chat. Grand Rising to you, Crush Glow. Young Riaz is here. He says, Joy, hey. Wallahi to you, Mr. Riaz. All right, all right. And Miss Phillips, all right. She says morning joy in chat. Okay, so we got a few folk in here. You 14 beautiful people, please hit that like button as you are coming in. We need all the help we can get. Taking 8 days off, honey, will do something to the algorithm. And that was kind of like strategically for me because I, we gotta, we trying to shed the monitoring folks, for sure. Even, I didn't really know that was a thing. I didn't know folk watch, people they don't support, or what have you. But, it is what it is, so. We're just trying to figure out how to navigate. All right. Miss Beverly says, I live in Collin County. I live 10 minutes from the Anthony family. I am keeping my distance and staying safe out here. Amen and amen. Because, baby, they got folks out here acting like they don't have no kind of home training. You are seeing the bigotry from both sides of the coin, and I don't know if folks are really paying attention to to the main thing. You know what I'm saying? And the main thing is that two young men lives have been changed forever. you know um and I'm quite sure that the young man who is still walking on this side with us is really thinking about his choice for sure. Okay, so I don't want to say too much more. I'm not covering the case or the story or anything like that. Um, but I want everybody to stay safe. I do. I really do. I don't want this um, whatever type of feeling is going on. I don't want it to bubble over to something that we all would be regretting. Okay. Miss Beverly says nothing going on here right now. Good. I'm not taking part, but just watching and listening. Yeah. Yeah. Watching, listening, praying, and preparing, for sure. For sure. But I came to you guys this morning because again, my 7-day, 8-day hiatus was definitely well needed, but I was waiting on I was waiting on a filing. I thought a filing was happening. Didn't y'all hear that a filing was happening? I thought that's what I heard. I thought a filing was happening. Now I didn't check this morning if a filing had happened, but on Friday, a filing had not happened, and it was told that a filing was going to happen sometime last week. So I said, well, maybe by Friday, evening, Saturday morning, maybe, something will pop up. But I had not seen anything. And usually, the content creators who cover, the case files and things of that nature, I was like, well, ain't nothing been said. And I'm pretty sure if something had been filed, it would have been said, like, by somebody. I had not heard anything. It was like crickets. And I'm like, where is this filing? Seriously. Um, the world is a stage and people better wake up quickly. Come on now, Crush Glow. Come, indeed. Indeed. I am not going into any CC live that is covering this case, baby. I ain't even been watching no clips for real or nothing, because it's getting crazy, like seriously, and I just want everybody to be safe. I do. All I can do is pray. I have two sons here as well. Amen. Amen. My grandbaby is actually going to be spending some time there in Texas coming up here soon, probably like in the next month. And if not, I think she's going to St. Louis first and then going to Texas. So yeah, I want everybody to be safe. I want level thinking in folks' brains to be happening, because this is a sensitive situation, and right, it should be. It should be sensitive, you know. But the way folks are reacting is quite concerning. Miss Beverly says, I live in Frisco, Texas. It's safe here. Just mind your business. Amen and amen. That's what my husband have told me for 15 years, Miss Beverly. Mind your business. If you mind your business, you be all right. You be all right. Mind your business. Seriously. Mind your business. That if we can't walk away with nothing other than that today, that is it. Mind your business. Cause folks be putting stuff on people business like they be knowing people business. You know, and it be loud or wrong. I'm guessing, because where is the filing? Where is the filing, y'all? Did Mr. Hampton file anything in the courts? We gonna take a look before we get into everything, because I thought he was supposedly filing something. Did y'all hear that he was supposed to be filing something? Somebody I know I couldn't have been the only person that heard that he was supposed to be filing something. Was I the only one that heard that? Was I the only one that heard that, y'all? All right. So wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Can we do this? Can we do that? Let me see. Come on down here. Come on down here. Oh, y'all know I don't know what I be doing with this technology. Come on now. Shoot. Is you doing what I need you to do? No, you is not. Okay, so since you're not, let's put you back. All right, so we gonna see. Miss Beverly says I live 5 minutes from the school they attended. Oh, okay. Is it a good school? I mean, I heard good things about the Frisco area, for sure. So I'm quite sure it was a good school. It seemed like that. Texas. The parts. Well, I guess I wouldn't be nowhere where I would be concerned because I make sure that I'm not in places like that. But yeah, I've heard good things. No one has spoke on it this weekend. Oh, you must not be in the algorithm I'm in, Miss Beverly, because the content creators that I hang out on the other side of town, the gentlemen that host the panels and stuff like that, like over there, they call it the space, y'all. That's I guess that's the sector where these gentlemen hang out. The old like Fight Club people, if y'all have heard about that. Like I'm not very familiar with Fight Club. That's where Mr. Prince come from. Y'all remember Mr. Prince from my panel a few weeks ago. Mr. Prince is from that era of social media or what have you. But now the gentlemen are calling it the space. But baby, all of them, that's all the conversation has been. And it's like, wait. They have argued so many different points or what have you to where I just have been like zoned out. I really have not been on YouTube, on Facebook, on Instagram. Like I have been like zoned out, y'all. I've been watching TV, um, communing with folks, outside of the internet for this 8-day hiatus that I've been on. Yeah, it's a good school, very secure place to live, and expensive to live here as well in this town. Oh, baby, I get you. Yes, indeedy. Yeah, like I said, I don't know how far Plano is from the Frisco area, but I heard it wasn't, too far from each other. And yeah, I've been told it's, not cheap in those areas for sure. And actually, I don't know. I don't know where me and my husband are going to end up, y'all, because not me. Like I'm really like set on being in the country, but for some reason, this man has a different conversation about where we're gonna be spending like the next, I don't know, possibly 10 years. I don't want to be here in Vegas for 10 more years, y'all. I really don't. But I don't know what my husband and my kids, they don't mind this place. This place so freaking hot and boring and don't have no black culture for real, for real. Unless you like kind of like seek it, and then like summertime events y'all here are just not enjoyable. When it's 110 degrees outside, who wanna be who wanna be outside? No, don't nobody wanna be outside in no 110 degrees. Uh-uh. Even without humidity. Baby, I'm telling you, you'll wake up and be with the Lord because you don't know that you have gotten yourself that hot. I ain't got time. Oh, I mean, regarding the saga. Oh, no one has spoken. Oh, yeah, yeah, right. Because I don't think no filing didn't happen. But didn't y'all hear last week that a filing was supposed to happen? I heard that a filing was supposed to happen. That somebody got provided a nugget that something was supposed to be going on. And I'm like, okay. Plano is 25 minutes from Frisco. Oh, that's kind of, well, I mean, that ain't far, but that's, 20 minutes, 25 minutes. That's enough for like a neighborhood to definitely change. You know what I'm saying? That 25 minutes, I don't, yeah, that's quite a distance. That is quite a distance. So I don't, that's not like same school district probably or nothing like that, right? Um, Mr. Mr. Niece moved from Vegas. Who is Mr. Niece? Who is Mr. Niece? Moved from Vegas a month ago. Or your niece. You probably was saying my niece. My niece. My niece moved from Vegas a month ago. She moved to Atlanta, Georgia. Okay, okay. Uh I've been to Atlanta. Not a place I would want to live at all. It is, the traffic there is crazy. The traffic here is crazy too, but Atlanta is like congested type of traffic. At least here in Vegas, it's still kind of like flowing. You know what I'm saying? Atlanta, baby, no, 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 no. But a lot of us is in Atlanta, and I'm missing us, baby. I am missing my brown people. I did not know that I was gonna be like missing us like this. Cause I didn't think that, I don't know. I just thought we was everywhere. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that it ain't black folks here. It is. It's just not a lot of us. We only make up like 7% of the population here. So that means that there's really nothing really geared to our culture for real, because who really opening up businesses for 7% of the people to come to, so it's just like, wow, the soul food here is lackluster. I really, haven't found too many places to like sit down and chill out or what have you. And I just don't live on that side of town. Everything is, dealing with us is kind of like up north, which is like 45, 50 minutes from my house. And I'm just not getting ready to travel that far for things, y'all. Like what? Who finna do that? Not no. No, 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 no. No, it's nice there, Joy. I lived there when I first moved here. Where in Atlanta? Oh, no, Atlanta's nice for sure. If you're speaking about, I just couldn't live there because of the traffic. Like I could live on the outskirts. Like I love Marietta. Um, that was a nice little town that I spent some time in. I could live in Georgia. It's just, the traffic. I like Savannah. I love Savannah. Oh my goodness. I want like a vacation property in Savannah. Seriously, like I had a ball uh when my daughter was going to school at SCAD for sure, like a ball. I was like, oh man, this is a nice little quaint place. Moved to Michigan. Michigan. Oh no, Michigan. It get cold up in Michigan, but I do miss the cold. Being in all this heat, baby. Shoot, I I think I could do Michigan for a little minute. you know. I have been to Michigan before, but I was so young that, I haven't experienced Michigan as an adult. So I would have to get up there and see, um, what Michigan has to offer for sure. I have watched some reality TV shows that are out of Michigan, and they make it seem like it's a nice little place to be for sure. I need soul food too, Crush Glow. And baby, it ain't not nan here in Vegas. I'm telling you, all them places that they recommend when tourists come in or what have you, I'm telling you, they lying. All that shit nasty. You might as well go to Golden Corral, because Golden Corral got better. Ain't none of them places. Lolo's nasty. LMN's nasty. Grits Cafe nasty. All that stuff that they be saying is good here, that shit is nasty. There was this one place, and the girl just closed like about 2 months ago. Pretty Soul Kitchen. She was amazing, amazing, but she was, didn't have like a big name just yet. She was off the strip too, and on the side of town, you had to travel if you were like a tourist to get to her or what have you. But she was open for like maybe 3 or 4 years. Everything on her menu was good. But beyond her, I have not found not not nothing that I would write home to mama about, like put my stamp on it, like, yeah, they got good food. I haven't found it yet, y'all. Except, guess what? I did just go to that hot new Caribbean steakhouse at the Sahara that just opened up on the strip by that black young gentleman, Kwame. I can't pronounce the last name. His first name is Kwame, but he just opened up a Caribbean steakhouse at the Sahara Hotel and Casino. I just went there on Saturday, and it was top tier, but I had to spend $300 to have a good meal. Who want to spend $300? And this was just me. My husband didn't go with me. I went by myself. Well, not by myself. I went with a woman's group that I have joined. And yeah, I spent almost $300. Who want to do that? No, no, no. I'm in South Carolina. Ooh, the lady from Pretty Soul Kitchen from South Carolina. Baby food. I think she said South Carolina. It's South Carolina she was from, or Virginia. I'll have to look at her page, but I'm telling you, food amazing. Amazing. So she closed her brick and mortar restaurant because she couldn't find good help. She said she, kept having trouble with finding good people. And so she's back to doing private catering and events, I'm thinking. Plano, Texas is nice. Yeah, I heard it was nice. But I heard Frisco really nice. I don't know nothing about Atlanta, Georgia. It is crowded. Crowded. Folks, I mean, folks was migrating to Atlanta from the 90s, and folks are still going. Like, people are still going to Atlanta, and I don't know if it's enough room for them, because based on the traffic, it ain't real talk. but Atlanta's busy. They got a lot going on in Atlanta for sure. If you're looking to, be in the industry in that way, that's a good place for you. It's a lot of black money in Atlanta, for sure. So, yeah, Atlanta is a nice place to go visit for me, just to visit. Um, hey, Miss Nina, how are you? Pocahontas laughing. What you laughing at, Pocahontas? I want to move to Colorado. My oldest son loves Colorado. I think that's where he is going to end up for sure. Is the water still bad in parts of Michigan? Oh, I forgot that they went through that water crisis. Have mercy and have mercy. I hope it's not. Good gosh. My daughter moved to Texas 2 months ago and she left. So now she's in Florida, but I'm glad she left Texas. So she went to Texas and then already left. Baby, I'm telling you, when we were scouting Texas, we were supposed to be going to Austin. We were supposed to go look at an apartment. I believe it was an apartment in Austin because, I was looking to move like quick. So I was just, looking for, I don't know, probably not houses at that time because for some reason I was going to go look at an apartment all the way in Austin. But anyways, we did not make it to Austin. Baby, as soon as we hit Dallas, I knew Texas was not going to be for me. Mm-mm. No, 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 no. Those overpasses, highways, and stuff. Oh no, it's too high up in the air. I'm like, why are the highways so high up in the air? I know I done told y'all this so many times because I was just baffled by how high up in the air you have to drive in Texas. It's like, the ramps to even get on their freeways, it's like getting on a roller coaster. I said, oh no, who the hell finna? No, 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 no. $300 for one person. Oh my God, I would never just for one meal. It was an amazing meal. It was an amazing meal. The restaurant was beautiful. The ambiance was amazing. The the service was magnificent. When you have not gotten a thing since you've been here, I've been here 6 years, y'all. And most of my experiences here in Vegas have been underwhelming, very underwhelming. And I was so happy to finally experience something that I said was worth it. Now, of course, who wants to spend $300 on a meal? And I wouldn't do that like often or anything. That was a special occasion. I I'm I've joined this women's group. The women's group is a women's group where those particular types of outings are nothing, so that's just is what it is. So I had a great time. I really did. The ladies were amazing. And I can't wait for the next event. The next event is coming up in 2 weeks, baby, and Joy is already preparing for that. My I have to get a special outfit for the next event because it's like a themed event. And I think it's gonna be, nice. I'm doing something different, y'all. I have not done a lot for myself. Y'all know I just been catering to these kids and this man for 29 years. And I need to start doing some things for myself. So it was a special treat. Well, I mean, this group is a special treat because we're gonna be doing things like this quite often. The coordinator, the uh what name should I say? The person who created the group, she is a very elevated type of lady. You can definitely tell. And she's getting us out here in Vegas, showing us some things here to do in Vegas, and bringing some ladies together that don't get out, honey, because all of us were definitely like-minded in that way. We always like, we don't be going nowhere. Brittany says, good morning, Joy and Chet. Good morning, Miss Brittany. Good morning, Miss Key. How are you? Good morning, Diaz. She says, good morning, Miss Joy. Hope all is blessed on your end. Good morning, Chet. Good morning to you. Good to see you. All right. Oh, y'all speaking, y'all know I love when y'all do that. I believe water is okay now. Okay. Florida is not a good state either. My sister moved from Florida to Texas. Have mercy. I've spent quite a few weeks in Florida, and I couldn't live there either because of all the reptilian things that are there. Baby, them snakes, them frogs, them alligators. The Florida got a lot going on. Now, don't get me wrong, I had fun in Florida. I really did. My son actually, the time that we were there for 2 weeks, y'all, a few years ago. The time that we was there, he was like, oh shoot, mama, we should probably look for an investment property here. And so we did look at a couple, but he never really pulled the trigger. I'm like, because once we got the numbers and I sat down with him, I'm like, okay, now this is what we would have to, pull in for this to work, like that. And the properties that we had looked at were kind of they weren't so far from Disney, but they weren't so close either, But a decent distance and in decent areas. Like the areas were really beautiful that we had looked at. Oh my goodness, Florida has some nice neighborhoods. They really, really do. But baby, them snakes and all them other things that y'all gotta live with. And baby, it was something that was in a tree that I still don't know what the hell it was. That I was like, yeah, Florida is a no. I could not do it. Good morning, Miss Karen. Good morning, Miss Shannon. I never drive those highways in the air. I drive the service road along the side of the highway. But even I said, okay, the service roads on the side. The thing is, you know how on each side one go one way and the other one go the other way. But it's a lot to even. It's still a lot, Miss Beverly. I was like, I ain't gonna be able to drive here nowhere. But yes, I seen that the service road still kind of like intimidated me. I was, yeah, Texas was a no go. She says, honestly, any state you go to has a good and bad part. Oh, yeah, for sure. For sure. Good morning, Joy and Chat. Good morning, blessed love. Nina says, Joy, no disrespect. I don't care how beautiful the place was or how amazing the meal was. I would never pay for just that. I still have to live. It had to offer me more than a meal and the. I get you. She said, "Hell no, Joy. Hell no." Yeah. Lord ADS is here. He says hello. Well, he doesn't. He ain't saying hello. But at Joy is Real Online. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the video, Miss Joy. Stay away from the South, Joy. I love the South though. Mississippi is where I'm really got my eyes set on Mississippi, y'all. Like I love Mississippi, even though it's like going back in time. When you get to Mississippi, I swear to God, it is like 1942. But I love Mississippi. Oh my goodness. Ooh, Jesus. I really do. I really do. I used to live in Tampa, Florida. I didn't really like it. It seemed like a country, super hot. I never been to Tampa, but Tampa wasn't. No, that was Jacksonville. That wasn't too far from Savannah. Yeah, I've never been to Tampa. Frisco Universal Studio opens up July 1st, 2026. Opening week is booked as well as all the surrounding hotels to stay at. Frisco, Texas will be busy. Wow. They're opening up a Universal Studios. Okay. You say everything booked. Okay. I'm going to have to, I don't know if I'm coming to Texas like right now, but I'm going to have to. I like Texas. I just don't like how you got to get around in Texas. I done been to Galveston. I done been to San Antonio, El Paso, Austin, Dallas, Houston, Waco. Yeah. So I've been to quite a few cities, although it's so many other cities to visit because Texas is huge. Oh my goodness, Texas is so huge. But yeah, I like Texas. I like the food in Texas. I just wish I could transport myself in a different way. I need that genie magic, to be able to blink and wish myself to be at my next destination. I drive the service roads to work and it was not an issue. Yeah. I'm such a nervous driver, Miss Beverly. Oh my goodness. I ain't been right for a while with that driving. Hey, Miss Angela, how are you? Miss Shannon says, I'm retired Navy and was stationed in Florida. I had an alligator under my car one morning. See? Oh my gosh. I almost peed on myself. I would definitely had. I don't know what, honey. Oh my goodness. She said, peed on myself running back in the crib. Them hurricanes ain't no joke. Also lost my home in Andrew. Wow. Sorry to hear that. Yeah. Yeah, I heard them. Them hurricanes are something else. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That I think they even come by Savannah, if I'm not mistaken. Because when we had went to Tybee Island, y'all, which is really, really a cute like island, not too far from Savannah. And there was some weather that came through there that I thought we was getting ready to end up in the ocean because the bridge leaving Tybee Island, you have to drive over like water. And baby, I was ooh Lord, I did some hell of a praying during that moment because I had not seen weather like that when it came to like water. Like that really made me nervous. Like I was like, we finna die. We finna end up in the ocean and get ate up by sharks. And honey, I was nervous. Miss Joy, it's dry for now, but Bree and Janelle will be at war again. Yeah, it's real dry. It's real dry. She ain't been doing nothing. Ain't been doing nothing. I was born and raised in Houston, Texas. I love the South. You have to mind the business that pays you. I've had no issues in Texas. That's what I have been told. Yes, the new Universal Studio, 25 minutes for me. I'll be isolating myself at home for the opening week. Too much traffic will be here that week. I bet. I bet. But it's going to be a good time. I'm sure, anything new always going to bring folk out. Anything new. The Hard Rock Casino is almost finished here. And I'm pretty sure when that hotel is finished, it's going to be a gang of folk that come here to Vegas. I mean, they're doing so much here, baby. Everywhere you look, it is a construction zone. Do you hear me? They building up everywhere. They building all the things but the right thing. Houses and casinos. That's what they building, but they're not doing anything community wise. We need some community things, some community centers, for this to be such a hot place, y'all. And when I say hot, meaning heat, hot. There's not a lot of pools where you could like pay $5 or to go swim at or whatever. And I think that's crazy. Like, what? Why it ain't a pool on every block here? It's too dang going hot. Shit. But yeah, y'all. I made it to the bottom of the chat, so that's good. I hope you 34 beautiful people that are in the room are hitting look, I'm stuttering. Are hitting the like button or have hit the like button. Y'all know that button next to the like button is the magic button, the share button. If you hit that button, we will what? Quadruple the amount of people in here if you just share, and I will love you for life. I want to build a rec center. Yes, that's what I need. That's what we need. Rec centers, community centers, pools, things where the kid, we need to go get back to what I grew up with, where kids had things to do because the kids was getting crazy, but don't nobody want to come together. Yeah, that's the issue. They try to make it an attraction town for other states to come in and drive the revenue money up here. Oh, okay. Good morning, Jocelyn. How are you? But y'all, I was, the break was a much needed break. I was looking around hoping that a filing was going to happen. I don't think it has happened. We gonna look real quick for sure because I don't think it's happened. Y'all see the screen? This is the website where you can search like court records in Georgia. And so it's just really a quick search. Robert Hampton. All right. I don't think, and these are usually, the newest to oldest, or what have you. So as y'all can see, There hasn't been any case filing, since April 16th with the search, query Hampton. Now we haven't gotten to Mr. Hampton's name yet, but there hasn't been anything filed since April. So we're just gonna look through and look for Mr. Hampton's name. Y'all see here he is with Miss Valencia. I can't believe that lady took that man to court. Woo, Mr. Hampton, I don't know what you be doing to these women. Have mercy and have mercy. Okay, let's go to the next page. All right. So I believe we're here. This is really the latest case that everybody had been looking at. These two filings here, well, really not the statement of claim, but he filed them around the same time. He had a statement of claim plus the modification for child support and custody. This is the case here that did have or does have a final order. Y'all can see final order as of May the 6th, 2026. But there hasn't been anything else. There hasn't been anything else, y'all. We ain't heard nothing. Ain't nothing coming up in the courts. What y'all think? What y'all think? Now, folks out here saying things as if they know things, and I just be going by black and white. I ain't gonna try to guess too much on stuff like that. Cause in my mind, just based on black and white, how things are going, I think Mr. Hampton got the time that he wanted to spend. He did get an increase from the standard every other weekend that was agreed to in the original divorce decree. His time has increased to 117 days. 100. So I think it was 117. Yeah, 117 days. But I think that's what he wanted. I don't really see nothing else, happening no time soon. But folks are saying otherwise now. The streets are dry right now, nothing going on. Yeah, ain't nothing going on. I'm in Arlington, Texas, and the FIFA World Cup going on. The FIFA World Cup. And people everywhere. I'm staying in the house. That would be me too. She knows how to get these men weekend. They ain't going to do nothing. Listen. I don't know what it is. I really don't. I attribute it to it that it just ain't what they say it is. You can't in one turn say you something and the proof do not be in the pudding. Okay? The proof, just because you might comb some hair, change a pamper to create a song or three, don't make it be that you are absolutely what you say you is. I see part-time, half the time, little bit of time, every now and again. That's just me though. All right. Now, granted, is the time spent well? Possibly. It's up to whoever feel, what folks be looking for, what have you. I think more could be going on. The baby, ain't nobody got the baby dance lessons yet on either side. The baby said she wanted to have dance lessons, and ain't nobody got them. now Miss Bree Money, he'll be back with a have mercy, have mercy. You think he miss some money? Lord have mercy. Shoot. From what she filed with the court, she ain't got enough to be sharing with nobody. You know, $6,000 with 6 kids, a dog, a car, and a habit of wanting to take care of everybody. She ain't got enough. She ain't got enough. $6,000 is not enough to be tricking off on nobody. You can't be no trick with $6,000. Nope, you sure can't. You sure can't, baby. So, Mr. Young, you done used it up. You done used it all. She ain't got no more for you. That's why she trying to get a little bit from you. She like, shoot, you done took a lot. She looking for a little bit of replenishment. Young Brianna says, Joy, I'm doing well, fam. That's great. That's great. Vagoda says, hi, Vagoda. Diaz says, Jonelle father likes Bree. Bet he told his son to drop the charge. Some charges been dropped? Y'all don't tell me that. Because y'all know I ain't been watching. Don't tell me that boy done dropped them charges. Some charges been dropped, y'all. Have mercy. And you know, oh Lord. How is the additional 117-hour distributed? It didn't say in the final order. It did not break it down like how they would be spending the time. You know, the parenting plan, like the actual, like how they worked it out was not in there, for sure. But you know, I don't know how could I thought maybe he would have her for probably like longer in the summer, you know, or what have you. I know everybody was probably going to the original divorce decree to look at the time for the summer, but he did increase his time. So I don't know if he has her for more in the summer. I would, baby, with that type of baby mama, ex-wife, whatever you want to call her, Mr. Hampton, baby, I will have my child every summer. If she getting the whole school year and you only seeing her on the weekends, I will have her on the weekends and the summer. Yeah, you get her Monday through Friday through the school year. But that's, you know, that's just my thoughts of it. You know, already, like I said, you already losing when you are out of the house with your children. You already at a loss. It's a deficit for sure. So with that being said, to me, you need to be looking for as much time as possible. Y'all, he got a wild one. He got a wild ex-wife that is showing them kids a wild ride. And I would be wanting to do as much as I could to combat what is going on. But that's just my thought. You know, that's just my thought. And I would think that anybody who would say that they was real father, anything would have that kind of same sentiment, but maybe not. You know, maybe something wrong with me. DS Island, be crazy to drop them charges because she would go, baby, I wouldn't drop nothing. You gotta put your foot on her neck. She is the type you can't let up off a woman like Numbnut. Numbnut has to be shown that fat meat is fucking greasy. You know, all that playing around with her and and letting her wild out and get away with this and that and this and that. Uh-uh. That's what her daddy do. That's why her daddy gotta be subjected to seeing his 33-year-old child's ass and titties at any given moment. Cause everybody is just catering or succumbing to her behavior. Like they know, like they know that she got something wrong. Like something got to be um like medically a problem. Like they catering to something. Like that's how it feels like, that they know something is wrong with her. Don't none of those men won't cut. Come on now, Crush Glow. Won't cuss it because they have so much stuff on her where they come. Hey, that's what I say. Hey, that's what I say. That's what I say. What I say. What I say. Shit. It don't take rocket science. I don't think she has the money she used to. No, none of them do. That's why they got the Cash App symbol up, just like small channels, pages, and content creators. Her supporters for her to have Janelle, her supporters for her to have Janelle Miss Joy, they bought all her baby clothes. Yeah, I remember. Not yet, Miss Joy, but Bree said he'll drop it. Okay, so he haven't, but she say he is. Hey, we didn't see where the other one said that he wanted full custody, and then full custody was something that was taken off the table. So hey, I don't put nothing past her. She know better than we do, right? She know them men better than we do, right? Why folks thinking that folks is going to file paperwork for more than the 117 days he just got awarded on May the 6th. You think he going for more time? I don't know. I think he already argued for the time that he won't. All right. I don't think he has at Joy, but Bree filed a motion to modify the no contact order. Oh, did she? Can she do that? I guess you can file a motion. You can file a motion. But she say, I want that no contact order modified. I want to be able to touch you, baby. I want to be able to rub on your leg. I want you to be able to see this ass shake. You know what I'm saying? Have mercy and have mercy. It's been 2 weeks now, though it did since Bree said that. Yeah, because I think that Janelle probably wasn't gonna play with her too much. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just so much going on. She kept them kids away from him for a nice little minute. 60 days, 60 plus days, baby. I wouldn't play with her. I sure would not. But Mr. Hampton took his full custody off the table very quickly. We can see that in the courts right now. Let me look, we can show it right now. So he let me come out of this. He filed for this modification of child support. This was March the 27th, okay? March the 27th, y'all. March the 27th. And I think, wait a minute, we need to go back in there. Okay. So I believe here, right here on 8/10 is where the full custody was taken off the table, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see. I believe that's when it was taken off because there was an amendment or what have you. But I would have to go through it in a little bit more detail. But I'm telling you, it was taken off somewhere very shortly after. Because I was like, what? Where is the full custody? They had did I believe a mediation or something. Maybe it was up here. But whatever, it it didn't stay on the table. That's all I could say. Joy is real online. For those who don't know, at Young Ria is a supporter. What is you talking about? Have mercy. Let's not say that that word, that T word. Yeah, we ain't gonna do that. Oh, you put it in there twice. Wait a minute. No, we gotta delete it. Sorry, Pagoda. Other than that, yes. Don't do that. Good morning, Snooky. Good morning, Snooky. How are you, darling? It's good to see you.
Too different, too wild, too loud, done with too much style, too far, too futuristic, and far too young to mess with.
All right. Good to see you. Good to see you. Laugh out loud, Brady. I'll be surprised if goes thou it. I don't trust him. You're gonna have to say that again, DS, because I don't be knowing how to decipher what y'all be saying, even when you like misstep something. It'd be hard for me to figure it out. Miss Joy, maybe he'll file full custody when she's older. Most are afraid to raise young girls. Okay. And still, with that being said, so you leave a child with a numb nut till you get till it's more comfortable for you, right? So then again, can you call yourself a real father? Anything if you waiting on things to be more comfortable for you? That would be crazy. I mean, that would be a crazy outlook. But that could be, it. And again, I thought about that. Maybe he had already asked his daughter, where is it you would like? And maybe she's already expressed, hey, I want to stay with mommy. And maybe that could be the reason why he hasn't moved forward, pressed forward, or what have you. But even with that being said, okay, that's fine. Okay, say that is the case. That little mama has expressed to him, I want to be with my crazy ass numb nut who won't put me in dance classes or send me an overnight bag when she send me away. I still want to be with her. Okay. He has still agreed to some things that I find like crazy. Like, okay, you could get all the way up to 50% custody. 117 days still ain't 50-50. He could have half of whatever 365 days is. Let me pull it up. So clear my calculator, clear this out. 365 divided by 2. He could have 182.5 days. Okay. So he's shy minus 100. He's shy 65 days. He's 65 and a half days. So he can have like almost two more months. Those 2 months could be crucial when you're dealing with a crazy person like Numbnut. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. And he also agreed that baby can be around folk with crazy backgrounds as long as she is monitored by one of the parents or maybe an adult. I don't know how it read, but the point is, I thought that was crazy to even agree to. Hell no, can't no damn person that done been in trouble for messing with no kids be around my kids, even if it's your daddy. Your nasty ass daddy can't be around my kid. I'm sorry, he trifling. Something wrong with him. And something wrong with you if you think it's okay to do that. I think that's crazy, but that's just me. That's just me. That's just me. Maybe something wrong with me since everybody was, fussing at me like I'm looking at this wrong. But she can't convince Janelle with the no contact order. She needs to be able to call and send, but she need to do some enticing. See, he said a boundary. The boundary is Jezebel. We only can talk about the kids, Jezebel. We ain't finna talk about nothing else. Hey, Miss Christina, how are you? Jocelyn, things went well between Janelle and Bree. She wasted no time to come online to show her excitement, and Janelle wasted no time on posting their video call. And see, I missed that. I missed the video call. My point is what? Remember, Janelle went back to her many times. Yeah. But when you are being wooed by finances and things like that, it's hard. It really is. It's really hard. Take it from a woman who was with men that I wouldn't have necessarily would have been with, but because of finances, I found myself there way longer than I should have been, and it cost me a whole lifetime full of whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because of those choices, those temporary choices of thinking, oh, this cool. You know what I'm saying? And that shit ain't cool. And life will teach you that being in something that that ain't right for a monetary gain or what have you, it'll never end up profiting you in a well way. Not at all. Not at all. That temporary shit didn't do nothing but have me with kids by men that were not able to be present in their lives and caused me to have a life that, baby, I sure wasn't dreaming about. I wasn't dreaming about being nobody's damn baby mama. I tell you that. I hated the term baby mama. Baby mama, that sounds so ratchet. That sounds so. I used to correct people. Don't call me no baby mama. I am his child's mother. Like that really make it no different. Bitch, that don't mean nothing. Look, I done called my own self a bitch. That's just that quick. What does that mean just because you done switched it up? You still ain't, he ain't made you no wife. He ain't did nothing right. Y'all ain't did nothing right here. At all. But oh my goodness. But yeah, I think Mr. Hampton may be through with the course unless like something major like happens when it comes to the custody part. Now, if she get to messing with his likeness. Oh, he definitely attack because baby, uh that he don't like that being played with at all. Okay. That likeness, that name, he baby, he don't want nothing bad said on it. No. But my thing is, in order for that to happen, you got to be walking in that way. And I don't believe neither one of them walk in a way where they truly can be looked at in the manner that they both want to be looked at. Yeah, I'm not walking in the way that y'all want to be looked at. Bree want to be looked at as this it girl that got it all together, that all the men love her and all the girls are jealous of. Baby, no, that's wrong. Mr. Hampton wanna be looked at as this top tier guy who is living life for his children and this, that, and the other. And no, that ain't what it's looking like. The proof ain't in none of the pudding. DS Island, the scary thing is she definitely wants Janelle. But what about the kids? She came on here to convince us he put hands on her son. He's a mental patient and that her kids can vouch for. Yeah, honey, listen. Numbnut better sit her tail down because all of the men that she has run into have been men that shouldn't have been running into nothing. Okay? Nobody was ready for relationships. Most happened when she was young. Mr. Hampton wasn't ready for no relationship when he called for or sealed the deal, whatever he did with her. You know what I'm saying? Like because he hadn't reached the level that he was really wanting either, I don't think. And she ain't do nothing but stop his motion. Got in the way. Came there with 3 kids and then put one more on them. So yeah, it was just crazy, crazy, crazy. Her actions are not in the best interest of her kids. That damages the kids' mental due to her. And I'm glad you said that because that's bringing us that's bringing us to the topic of the day, the soft balance test. We're gonna do it real quick to see, where, just based on how the law looks at things, where we would think the baby would be, because this for folks to think that it's so hard for custody to be swayed away from a woman is crazy, because that's not true, y'all. When you have evidence of behavior like the behavior that Numbnut has displayed, baby, that is enough. I'm telling you, it's enough. It baffles me how these men don't care about child. Baby, please. A child molester couldn't come. Baby, you didn't even have to be charged. If somebody told me that that's what your ass was, I'm sorry. That's what they said you was. Why would somebody put a name like that on you? Why? 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 We ain't taking no chances around here. That's what we ain't gonna do. Yeah, Jocelyn, she really wants him. Her kid's safety was never. Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. Nobody is thinking about the kids' safety at all. Everybody cool with Helter Skelter Walter. Everybody cool with him being around the kids. That's crazy as hell. Shit. I know that's right. If he takes her back, she would be willing to make that drive and lead them kids along. Ooh, she would. She sure would. Ooh, Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Boy, if that contact order get modified where they can see each other, baby, that'll be the first instance that I know that she gonna take her ass back to Atlanta. And I'm gonna say, job well done, Mr. Young. I knew that your tactic was gonna work. And I'm telling you, this shit is a tactic. It's a tactic to get her to probably come back. You know what I'm saying? Let's calm everything down. Come on back so I can see my kids when I want to see my kids. And we gonna figure this thing on out. And he gonna drop her like a hot potato again. I don't know, baby. I know one thing is everybody is nutball crazy. They sure is. Not just Walter, Briana, and her whole family crazy. I know, baby. Have y'all seen the pictures of one of her brothers? Baby, he's so goddamn scary looking. I said, oh my goodness. I never known for a light bright people to be so scary looking. Baby, her brother looked like he sit down at the table with the devil himself. Have mercy and have mercy. Do people know what happens when you're molested? Your whole world. That's what I'm saying. The effects of that shit is worse than when your daddy not in your life. Do you hear me? It is worse. So much worse. And then just think on top of it. If you don't have your father in your life, or he's not present that much, and that does happen to you. Oh my God, have mercy and have mercy. We can talk about it. When it comes to my child's education, it's crucial to establish clear boundaries. Amen. Altering their school experience because you are confused and didn't finish school, it's a no. Amen. Amen. Hey, Mr. Smitty, how are you, baby? It's always good to see you. It really is. Mr. Savage still here, still here, still here. Even when my mic is muted, they gon' feel me when it's clear. All right, Mr. Smitty. All right, so listen. We finna get to this balancing test because I did read a few and I was like, I wonder which way they would go. Would they say that, gear this toward Numbnut or gear it toward Mr. Hampton? We gonna see. We gonna see. We are going to see, okay? Because, baby, this is something. This is something. All right, so let's get this up here. Y'all know I be all over the place with this stuff. I don't be moving fast enough, getting to what I want to get to. So we can stop sharing this. We can stop sharing that. Come on, you can get on off of here. You can get on up off of here. All right. You can get on up off of here. All right. So wait a minute. It was a image. And I tell you, this, when you do stuff, it don't be what you want it to be all the time. All right. So all right. There we go. All right. So this is the 17 factors of the soft balancing test, which is like what I heard from the attorney I spoke with a few weeks ago. It's like the kind of like unofficial kind of testing that the family court uses to establish the best interest of the child if needed, y'all. This is if needed, you know. They don't necessarily get into all of this until, you know, their voice has to, you know, be made clear for sure. Miss Joy, I'm sorry, but we, Lala, have heard breathe loud, disrespectful mouth. I know she be going off on them kids, especially Lala. Yeah, I know she do too. Yeah, I know she be going off on them kids. You can tell they're timid children. Very timid they are. And when you're timid, it comes from being afraid of your surroundings or not comfortable with your surroundings. Yeah. And all her children give that. Well, Momo not so much. Momo not so timid. Momo kind of act like her. And that is concerning. You know, she's a sweet child. Yes, she is, you know, when we see her with her dad. But when she with her mama, she act like her mama. And see, she with her mama most times. Okay. They wasn't talking about woke and found out the first book. What? They wasn't talking about woke and found. What? Shut up. What is going on? Wait a minute. Have mercy. I got what? What is going on? Hey, Miss Gloria, how are you? You done knocked me up out my daggone seat. You done knocked me out of my seat. Crush Glow. I saw that side-by-side pic of that man and Josh, and those features look alike, but who knows? Have mercy, Jesus. Have mercy, Lord. Lord, y'all know Mr. Barnes still ain't wrote me. I don't know if the man ain't got no money to respond. He you know, I still ain't answered that phone, but he be calling me at the wrong damn time. But you know, we gotta figure it out. I got to know, Lord have mercy. I can't tell. I can tell Momo has split. Oh Lord, man, and that look, that's a trait of mama. That still is a trait of the mama, maybe. Because Mr. Hampton may be a little split too. Because Mr. Hampton want to be sexy and conservative. I'm like, pick a lane. Yes, Joy, I heard that too. We need some receipts to woo. Have mercy. Yes, she does. She does act like her, honey. Yes, indeed. When she get to popping out with them dances, I'm like, oh, that's your mama. That is, don't shake it too hard, little girl. That is your mama. And I'm telling you, that's gonna get you in trouble if you don't calm that down right now. But y'all, let's take a look at this balancing test to see where would the child be really. Okay, where would the child be really? I don't know what y'all think. Okay, so the first factor, do y'all see it? Do I need to zoom in, or do y'all see what it says? Y'all let me know if I need to zoom in. Can y'all see the first factor? The first factor says the love, affection, bonding, and emotional ties between each parent and the child. Jocelyn says zoom in. Okay, let's see what we need to do. I might need to do this here. Wait a minute. Let's do this here. Let's see here. Let's see. Oh, no, that didn't do it. Wait a minute. Okay. Your browser has blocked your screen. My browser has blocked the screen. What? Click the screen icon on your address bar to access it. What? What is you talking about? What is you talking about, sir? All right, wait a minute, y'all. Y'all know I'm slow. Let's see. I don't think it's gonna let me do it no bigger. Cause yeah, I don't think it is. I don't think it is, y'all. I'm sorry. I don't think it is. Let me see. Is that better? That probably ain't. That's better for me. That ain't better for y'all. That I can see it better, but that ain't. Was that better for y'all when I just had zoomed in? I don't think so. I think that was just better for me. Okay, I'm gonna have to read it. I'm sorry. So the first factor does say the love, affection, bonding, and emotional ties between each parent and the child. Based on that factor, where would Mosky be? Do y'all believe she would stay with Numbnut, or would that favor Mr. Hampton? The love, affection, bonding, and emotional ties between each parent and the child. Put a 1 in the chat for Numbnut, a 2 in the chat for Mr. Hampton. What y'all think? We need a couple folks' opinion, and then I'll give mine. A couple folks. We got 42 people in the room. We should have a few people that'll be able to answer me. All right. I hope we ain't got that many monitoring spirits. All right. And while we're waiting on y'all to answer my question, let's greet y'all properly. All right. Let's greet you properly. Because I ain't said good morning to you.
I say good morning to you. Morning, morning, good morning. I say good morning.
Well, Miss Key says 2. So that's Mr. Hampton. She believes that the love, affection, bonding, and emotional ties between the parent and the child is stronger with Mr. Hampton than with Numbnut. We need one more person. Can we get one more person? Miss Gloria says 2 all day. Miss Key says, you can't answer twice, Miss Key. Okay, so Miss Gloria also agrees that the baby has more of a tie with Mr. Hampton when it comes to love, affection, bonding, and emotional ties. Okay. Well, I'm going to kind of disagree because I believe she loves both her mom and dad. I have not really seen her favor one over the other. It seems to me that she is happy, or I don't want to use the word happy. Let me not say happy. That she is content with both parents. That's just my take on it. Now, if y'all can provide me where she favors one over the other, I would love to hear it. But I haven't viewed where she favors one more than the other. She act like her mama. I'm telling you that she definitely does. She be with her mama, bonding with her mama a lot. And when she with her daddy, she be hanging out with the daddy, I don't know, y'all. Y'all say 2, y'all say 2, y'all say, okay. Well, Mr. Hampton, the consensus is that on factor 1, we believe, or not we, because Joy give y'all both that column, or that factor. The consensus is the majority folks believe that you are the parent that has the best interest for this particular category. All right, so category number 2, or factor number 2, says each parent's capacity and disposition to give the child love, affection, guidance, and continue the child's education and upbringing. A 1 for Miss Numbnut, a 2 for Mr. Hampton. DS says, I agree with you too, Miss Joy. Okay. I agree with you on that point, but she seems much happier when she's with her dad. Now that I do believe she gets more attention, but that's just kind of by default because she's the baby, so I definitely get that. I do see that for sure. But with this second factor, each parent's capacity and disposition to give the child love, affection, guidance, and continue the child's education and upbringing. A 1 for Numbnut, a 2 for Mr. Hampton. I say 2 because he gives her more attention and he pays attention to her as a girl when she is with her mom. She is just there. Like, hey, mom, look at me, I'm here. Believe that. Miss Gloria says 2. Okay, we Miss Gloria, I agree. I agree there that Mr. Hampton's capacity and disposition is better suited for for a little mama. I really do. She a numbnut, and although I think that he got numbnut ways, he definitely is the more attentive parent. Even if, I believe, even if they had the same amount of children in their home, I still believe that none would lack in that area. So, hey, I'm with y'all there. I believe Mr. Hampton, surely this factor is in favor of him. All right. Everybody say two to the second question. That girl only considers herself first among all her kids. Yeah. 2 because Bree still has her hands full with the twins. Okay. All right. Number 3. Each parent's knowledge and familiarity, I can't even say that right. Each parent's knowledge and familiarity, Lord, with the child and the child's needs. So who is more knowledgeable and more familiar with the child and the child's needs? Who's more familiar with the child and the child's needs? Miss Floria says 2. Miss Brittany, are you out there? What do you think? Who is more familiar with the child and the child's needs? 1 only because she lives with Bree. Okay. All right. So we got 1 for Miss Numbnut and 1 for Mr. Hampton. All right. I don't know if I could be the tiebreaker because I would give this category to both of them. I think the familiarity is probably about the same, and I believe that she's aware of the needs. Now, is she taking care of him? I don't know. I believe Mr. Hampton is familiar with the needs. Is he taking care of all of them? I don't know. So, to me, I would say, a 50-50 split when it comes to that. 2, sometimes he's confused. 1 and 2. Yeah. So, so I got them being 50-50 for factor 1 and 3, and Mr. Hampton, for factor 2. So, with that being said, let's move on to number 4. Number 4 says the capacity and disposition of each parent to provide food, clothing, medical care, day-to-day needs, and other necessary care. All right. Who is this factor going to? Numbnut or Mr. Hampton? The capacity and disposition of each parent to provide food, clothing, medical care, day-to-day needs, and other necessary care. He says, oh, that was on the last question. Definitely get his category to Mr. Hampton. I agree with you, Miss Davis. He definitely has the capacity and disposition of wanting to provide those particular things. The baby is small to me, as if like it ain't enough meals being fed around there. To me, she tiny, but her mom is tiny, and that could be natural, or what have you. I don't know. She little or what, but I do believe that Mr. Hampton is just looking at those things more. I mean, hell, she's sending kids with cookabugs in their hair, dirty shoes, no overnight bag, no toothbrush, taking kids out of school weeks early, just all kind of crazy ass shit. The medical care We know that the baby, was suffering with cavities and all those kinds of things. Listen, we gonna definitely get his category, in my opinion, would go to Mr. Hampton. Two all day, both because one has no choice because she has custody, but two is really in tune with her needs. Okay. I think you were answering the factor 3. All right, so factor number 5, the home environment offered by each parent. Not the home per se, but the home environment offered by each parent. 1 for Numbnut, 2 for Mr. Hampton. Which one do y'all think? 1 for Numbnut, 2 for Mr. Hampton. The home environment offered by each parent. Brittany says 2. Jocelyn says 2. I agree. I agree that Mr. Hampton offers a more better home environment. So I have factor number 1 going to both. I have factor number 2 going to Mr. Hampton. I got factor number 3 going to both. I got 4 going to Mr. Hampton. Oh, Lord, we getting up there. And 5 going to Mr. Hampton. So, with that being said, Mr. Hampton is he's getting a 1 for all categories. That's our he up to number 5. Numbnut only got 2. She only got 2. All right, so let's move on to factor number 6. Factor 5, RH is more stable. Yes, indeedy. 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 All right, let's go to factor 6. Factor 6 says the importance of continuity in the child's life, or continuity. Am I pronouncing that right? Or continuity? No, it's continue. Is it continuity or continuity? Lord have mercy. The importance of continuing, gosh darn it, in the child's life, and the length of time the child has lived in a stable environment. Which parent is that? Which parent is that? The importance of continuing on with a more stable environment. Who is that? Who is that? We all know who that is. It sure can't be the Numbnut, right? The Numbnut took the kids out 5 weeks before school ended to a whole nother state because a boyfriend no longer wanted. Come on now, that's got to be not stable, right? That can't be stable. All right. So, Mr. Hampton, guess what? You up to 6. You up to 6. You getting a check mark in every category, Mr. Hampton. Numbnut's still at 2. Numbnut's still at 2. Okay, let's move on to factor number 7. The stability of each parent's family unit and support team. Now, wait a minute. This definitely a no-brainer, right? The stability of each parent's family unit and support system. Now, y'all got to keep in mind that her support system includes a pedophile. Okay? So who get this category? Who? This factor is in line with which parent? The stability of each parent's family unit and support system. Now we know that Mr. Hampton's unit is small. Okay, we do know that. Mother, father, no longer here. All right. Aunties, in different places. Uncles out of the country. But he has, a small family unit. He has a new lady. He has an older daughter, a grandbaby. He has a unit. It's smaller, but they are more grounded than what we have seen come from Numbnut side, right? Because Numbnut got her kids around crazy people, folk with big criminal backgrounds, So yeah, we're gonna go on and give this factor to Mr. Hampton. Okay. So Mr. Hampton is up to 7. Numbnut is still at 2. All right. So factor number 8, the mental and physical health of each parent. Oh my God. Another no-brainer. The mental and physical health of each parent. Something got to be mentally wrong with you to, 1, have children around men that you just met. 2, want them to call him daddy. 3, you got him putting his hands on your kids. Maybe you two allegedly. Yeah. Something wrong with her. And not saying that ain't nothing wrong with Mr. Hampton, but it's just more wrong with Numbnut, right? So, are we all in agreement that factor number 8 is more in alignment with Mr. Hampton? What y'all think? I ain't heard nobody say nothing. What y'all think? Is factor 8 in favor of Mr. Hampton? Going once. Going twice. Brittany says yes. I agree. All right. So I guess we got 49 monitoring spirits because Brittany the only person that answered. How we got 50 people in here and only 1-2 people answering the question? That's crazy and insane. We need some engagement. We need some cooperation. Okay. Come on, y'all. Cooperate. Engage. Participate. All right. So let's move on to factor number 9. Factor number 9 says the child's home, school, and community record and history. Now, what can we say with this particular factor? The child's home, school, and community record and history. The child's home, school, and community record and history. All right. So, what does the child home look like? Now, I don't think that they mean necessarily literally, or it could be literally. What is the child's home looking like? You know what I'm saying? Now, I ain't never seen Numbnut house like be filthy or nothing like that. Okay? I haven't. I ain't gonna say that I have. But she doesn't give you that view. All right. Nor does Mr. Hampton. We don't see where little mama is sleeping or nothing like that. We see his home be pretty tidy and all that good stuff. All right. The school. I don't know if we could really weigh in on that because we don't know, what her grades looking like, what the attendance looking like. You know what I'm saying? that depends on all those things, you know. Community record. Well, do they do any community things? I don't see them doing community things when I see her with the parents, when she's with either one of the parents. I don't, Mr. Hampton do take the baby to things outside of the home, yes. But is she involved in any community type of thing? I don't know. So this category, I'm kind of swaying both of them. Brittany say, poor baby ain't lived nowhere long enough to establish a community. Have mercy and have mercy. And there you have it. And there you have it right there, Miss Brittany. You hit it on the head right there. She ain't lived nowhere long enough to establish no community. So by default, I think I'm going to get his category number 9 to both of them. So Numbnut is up to 3 and Mr. Hampton has 9. Okay. All right, let's move on to factor number 10. The child's reasonable preference, especially at the age of 14, and considered ages for 11 through 13. Okay, so this category we're going to kind of like scratch out, right? Because we know little mama ain't even 14, and we can't weigh in on that because unless we knew little mama personally where we could ask her, where would you want to be? So we gonna kind of just leave that one alone, okay? Come on now, ain't seen a one. Why ain't not nobody on no side been in no parent teacher conference, or maybe that just wasn't recorded, right? Because I don't know if you can necessarily record that particular meeting, but have anybody talked about even going to a PTA meeting? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I missed it. All right. So 10, we just gonna kind of throw that one out. Okay. 11, factor 11, each parent's employment schedule and practical ability to take care for the child. The ability to care for the child. Okay, so each parent's employment schedule and practical ability to care for the child. Okay, so y'all, I'm gonna say you might be giving Numbnut some content right there at Key Night. She needs some. She needs some. Now, what y'all think about that with the employment schedule? Who has more ability to care for the child? Now, both of them content creators, right? So with that being said, they both have the same amount of ability in my mind. The same amount of ability. All right. So I'm gonna give this factor to both of them. So Numbnut is up to 4, and Mr. Hampton is at 10. Okay. Because they do the same thing. That I think that's an easy way in. What y'all think? Is that an easy way in? Same? Yeah. That's what I think. All right. So, factor number 12. Each parent's past performance and involvement in raising the child. Again, each parent's past performance and involvement in raising the child. What y'all think there? That sounds like another no-brainer. Each parent's past performance and involvement in raising the child. Brittany says, Hampton, hands down. Come on, he raising kids that wasn't even his, right? He raising kids that ain't even his. Okay? Jocelyn says 2, indeed, and indeed. All right, so 4 to 11. 4 to 11. We almost there. We ain't got that many factors left, but it looked like what it looked like to me already that is very clear who the baby should be with, basically, All right, so let's move on to factor number, what is it? 13? Factor number 13. Each parent's ability and willingness to facilitate a close and continuing relationship between the child and the other parent. No, I'm not. Listen. If a judge had to go by these factors, baby, listen, I don't see what's so hard here. This is the soft balancing test that is used in Gwinnett County. I don't see what is so hard. We are already up to factor number 13. And we only got numbnut showing up in 4 categories. Okay? Only 4. Only 4. Now, what we did throw out. One we threw out. All right? But 4 out of, what number we up to? We up to 13, right? Each parent's ability and willingness to facilitate a close and continuing relationship between the child and the other parent. Brittany says Hampton again. That's what I'm saying. Hampton again. So Mr. Hampton is up to 12. Numbnut is still sitting at 4. Still sitting at 4, y'all. Come on now. Y'all can't tell me that if Mr. Hampton wanted full custody, we ain't even made it all the way through all the factors. And it's not even freaking close. Not even close, okay? In addition, y'all got to remember that he has contempts on that tail along with this soft balancing test, meaning if he would have took it all the way to the judge. Nope. This mediation shit ain't working. Nope. She still want to have my baby around a pedophile. I ain't going for it. I want to see what the judge got to say. That's all he had to do. Because we are already up to factor number 13. And it's not even close. All right, let's move on. Factor number 14 says any recommendation from a guardian ad litem, custody evaluator, or other court-appointed professional. All right, so we can't use that one because we don't know what they guardian ad litem has said, but we know that they probably have had one. I believe that they have had a guardian ad litem. I believe so. Maybe. I don't know. That's just what I believe. Maybe not. I could be reaching. But we can't use that one, okay? Because we don't necessarily know what is going on there, okay? I think what stops him from getting full custody is he does not have the space the court would require for her to be in his home. Hopefully he is working on that. Unfortunately, these courts favor moms. No, the court favors the best interest of the child, Miss Jocelyn. That's what the court favors. I get what you're saying, that he possibly isn't doing it because of the space in his home, but you got to understand that he did file for full custody, being in that same apartment. It's just that he took it off the table. He used that as a bargaining chip, is what I want y'all to see. Okay? Regardless of the size of his home, you got to understand that before Mr. Hampton called himself in a committed relationship, there was no woman there. There was no little Rose there. His oldest daughter was not there. Grandbaby was not there. And he had 2 bedrooms. Okay? Meaning the space the space was there, right? And if you consider yourself real father anything, you do what is necessary for your child. Meaning, if I need my baby to be here, then pretty new lady Amira, you can't live here, you and your baby. Y'all gotta go live somewhere else. And I love you, oldest daughter, too. I love you. And you gonna have to make a pallet in the living room, you and grandbaby, until I get a bigger house. The court ain't gonna make that big of a decision about like the home, unless the home is like not livable. He has a livable home. Okay? It's just a small home. But baby, if him, Amira, Rose, Desharia, and the grandbaby can live there, ain't nothing wrong with one more. Okay? We can make space. And she definitely still got her around walk shows. Yeah. That man does not want custody. He prefers visitation and may consider custody once he attains financial stability. Now he financially stable. He baby, Mr. Hampton got on that paperwork that he bring home $7,500 a month. Mr. Hampton got money enough to take care of that baby. Mr. Hampton got a woman. If you got a woman, you sure can afford your kid. Cause if you can't afford your kid, you shouldn't be having no woman. Okay? He is a man of a particular age that know that women come with a cost, right? So yeah, let's not play around with that. He definitely is financially able. Now, stable, I don't know. He may not know what to do with his money. So that causes some instability, because it seems like he don't know what to do with his money. Okay? I have seen courts grant mom's custody, and it was definitely not in the child's best interest. So it just depends on the court. The courts favors women first. Now it's supposed to be the best. I get it. I mean, I'm not saying that there aren't any biases. I'm not saying it. I'm just saying, in my experience, in my personal experience, women are not favored. And I don't know if that is a Missouri thing or what have you, but Missouri do not play it at all. Women in that state don't have no favor over anything when it comes to the kids. Missouri don't play it. You have 50-50 custody or whatever, that like you ain't got to go to court like you got to in Atlanta or what have you. when it comes to the kids. You automatically got it without a court anything. You need a court proceeding if you trying to deem yourself otherwise. Like you having the last say of everything. Yeah, Missouri don't play it. And that's where I'm from. It ain't no favoring no mother or nothing. They truly are looking out for the children. Many things on the internet are just mean to grab your attention. It's best to get custody at a younger age. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. 13, 14, 15, baby. That's a hard age to come in kids' life to try to establish some stuff. 7,500 ain't no lot of money living in Atlanta. Baby, 7,500 is decent money. I ain't saying it's a lot of money. I said it's decent money. You can take care of a family on $7,500. The average person only making 40 grand a year. So when you say not a lot, no, I ain't saying it's a lot, but you can make it. Because folks are making it off a lot less. A lot less. Believe you me. $7,500, it is doable. He got a whole woman with a child. A whole woman with a child, baby. Listen. I agree, but 7,500. I didn't say substantial. Something to I didn't say substantial, but even in today's economy, even in today's economy, still the average person is only making $40,000 a year. I get with the economy. We just all struggling. Most of us are struggling. But with $7,500, he ain't struggling that much. That man was just out eating California Pizza Kitchen. Okay? He ain't struggling. He living in Buckhead. He ain't struggling. He got a lady with a baby. He ain't struggling. But he tends to be quite materialistic. He's definitely materialistic. Yes, he is. It's wonderful to enjoy nice things, but it's more important to prioritize necessities. Indeed, and your child is definitely a necessity. So meaning if girlfriend and her baby gotta go, bye. 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 All right. So we gotta throw 14 out. It says any recommendation from we can't do that one. All right. So the categories we had to throw out, right, were 10 and 14. 10 and 14. All right. So factor number 15, evidence of family violence, domestic violence, child abuse, neglect, or criminal conduct. Oh shit. Where is my doggone soundboard? Cause baby, what? What? Come on now. Evidence of family violence, y'all. Family violence. Domestic violence. She got domestic violence against her. Child abuse. The daddy. All those things. So no brainer. You can't say that factually he's not struggling because it's a lot to include in that 7,500. Well, those are things he's wanting to include. He can bring his overhead down. He ain't got to drive a Tesla. He ain't got to drive he got more than one vehicle. You know what I'm saying? He can bring his expenses down. He don't have to live in Buckhead, So those things can be adjusted. And guess what? You can also move to a more affordable state. If you have to do what you have to do for your kids. Okay? I don't make excuses. I solve problems. So if that 7,500 can't work for you in Atlanta the way you want it to work for you, take that 7,500 to Alabama, a Mississippi, I don't know, somewhere where you ain't where it ain't that tight. 15 is a no-brainer. Shoulder shit is a no-brainer. So Mr. Hampton is up to 13 and Numna is still at 4. Still at 4. That girl is still at 4. Okay? Mr. Hampton has tripled this woman with these factors. Okay? So what's factor number 16? Factor number 16 says evidence of substance abuse by either parent. Okay, so has there been any substance abuse? I don't see none. Numna says that she don't do nothing. She don't smoke. She don't drink. She don't do nothing but shake that ass. She don't do nothing. Okay? Mr. Hampton, we have seen him drink. He may smoke a little weed every now and again, but it says substance abuse. Okay? Not that you can't have some substances. It's just that you can't be abusing no substances. Okay? So we're going to give them both this category. All right? Numbnut needs a category. She is losing by far already. All right? So she needs a category. Okay? So we will you basing things on what you would and you don't know he able to do the things you feel he's what? No. No. That's just common sense. You do things for your kids. Okay, what I'm saying? If $7,500 is what you got and you need to take care of your child, then you do what you need to do to make sure that work out. That's all. I think any parent with their right mind would think about that. You know, I raised 4 kids off less. Now, granted, I was in St. Louis, which is cheaper than Atlanta, but what I'm saying is it can be done. Okay? Again, I don't make excuses. I solve problems. So meaning I would solve how to take care of my household with what I got. Okay? So 16 we're going to give to both of them because I don't think neither one of them have no abuse type of issues when it comes to substances, or at least it has not been shown. All right? What y'all think? All right, so I put that 5 to 13. Okay? No, not 5 to, yeah, no, not 5 to 13. 5 to 14. 5 to 14. All right? All right, so the last factor is any other factor that the court finds relevant to the child's welfare and happiness. Oh, Key Knight says, you're right. Both of them earn well and haven't invested a single dollar in their child's education. Or no, they have. Neither one of them, Key. That is sad. You got mama and daddy who done made buku bucks, and neither one of them have done right with their monies. Neither one of them. It's a sad situation. Okay. Sad situation. All right. So 17 is really not a factor that can be weighed in because it is any other factor that the court finds relevant. Okay. So really, it was 14 factors. And remember, I remember when talking with the attorney, she did say 14 factors. She didn't say 17. She said 14. But when I chat GPT the information, chat GPT said 17. And I just, I left it at that because they had brought up penal code and all that. So I was like, oh, okay, well, it must be 17 factors. And it is 17 factors, but it's 14 that we were able to weigh in on. And just based on those 14 factors, we see where Momo would be. We see Momo would be with her daddy if he pushed for it. Real talk. All he have to do is let the motion go all the way to the judge. Quit agreeing with that numbnut in mediation. Quit allowing the attorney to, I guess, intimidate. I don't know what her fifth grade attorney is doing, because she ain't doing much to me but taking numbnut money, But that's all. That's all Mr. Hampton has to do is file a motion and stay with it. And stay with it. All those contempts are evidence. Let it go to a judge. Let the court have to go through this balancing test and see where the baby would be. I think we done solved it. We done solved it. If Mr. Hampton wanted full custody, he could have him some full custody. In my opinion. Probably in the court's opinion too, based off this balancing test. I don't know. All I know is I'm looking for this filing that not everybody say he gonna be filing. We only got one person that's claiming that they know personally that a filing gonna happen. A filing ain't happened yet. I don't know if a filing gonna happen. I'm looking for a filing. I'm hoping a filing come through because it's dry, ain't nothing going on. Ain't nothing going on at all. At all, y'all. At all. So listen. I don't know about y'all, but I know I wouldn't be leaving my child with a numbnut for no reason, for none at all. Okay, Mr. Hampton, we watching for the filers. We watching the courts to see if you gonna move further with the contempt, things that you have against numbnut or not. I think you're done. I do. I think I think you're done. But it's folks that's saying otherwise, and we just out here waiting and seeing and waiting and seeing and waiting and seeing. I'm saying that ain't nothing being done, but folks keep reading stuff differently. Like my eyes is that bad. I mean, I wear glasses, but have mercy. And have mercy. Well, listen, y'all, it has definitely been a treat. It really has. I've been off for the last 8 days. I'm trying to edit the vlog from the meetup with the ladies group that I have joined. I don't know how long it's gonna take me. But I'm trying to get it together. I'm trying to venture into a new lane of content, because this saga stuff is wild. I keep running into non-authentic situations, and it's just not like, it ain't even cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm trying to figure out something more to do other than spend my time with like negative shit, because this stuff right here has caused folks to act a plum ass. Real talk. Like, I just would have never thought. But it's neither here or there. We're gonna move forward as much as we can, and just go from there. All right. But before we go, I need to leave y'all with Miss Harjarine's blessing that she bestowed upon us a few weeks ago. Yes, indeedy, to get y'all week started, because this song right here, baby, will take you there. So just give it a quick listen before you get going, and then we'll get up out of here.
God is gonna bless me. I woke up this morning with my mind stayed on Jesus. I looked all around me, and I could see his hand. I've cried many tears. I've walked through many storms, but the Lord kept me, and he brought me this far. 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 The Lord kept me, and he brought me this far. I've fed the hungry. I've helped the weak.
Indeed and indeed. Have mercy and have mercy. That song gets me every time, y'all. Every time, every time. That is such a powerful song. I don't know what Harjarine is gonna do with that song, but that song is a song that'll have your spirit just filled with all the goodness that you know our maker has for sure. Key says this is such a lovely song. I'll gladly add it to my playlist. Amen and amen. Amen and amen for sure. All right, y'all. We gonna get up out of here. I thank y'all for sitting with me for these 2 hours and 32 minutes. I think my strategy worked. I think we got the monitoring spirits, like we got them dwindled down. We got them dwindled down. If I gotta take another 8 days off, I will. All right, y'all. But enjoy your night. Enjoy your day. Enjoy every moment. I mean, every moment. Enjoy every moment that comes your way. You know why? I think y'all know why. You know why? Crush Glow. Do you know why? Key. Do you know why? Jocelyn. Do you know why? I think y'all know why. All right. I think y'all know why. It's because joy is absolutely real. So until next time, mwah, 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 mwah. See you soon.
Baby, I'm a hard mess. Your heart is like a fortress. But baby, I'm still curious about you. Baby, I'm a hard mess. You play me like you're playing chess. Guess you are oblivious about me.
So